Pisces, welcome to your Sunday Shuffle. Like always, these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may or may not resonate, so take what resonates, leave what does not. All right, what's going on, please, for the Pisces collective? Show me Pisces. Show me Pisces, please. Show me Pisces. Show me Pisces. What's going on, please, for that Pisces collective? All right, overarching energy. The Queen of Pentacles, beautiful. All right, the Tower, oh dear. Okay, the Sun, all right, all right, all right. Eight of Pentacles. What might initially propose itself as a destructive element actually leads to good times. I don't know how radical or not that Tower is. It might be a soft tower. But it was enough to generate some positive change here with the Sun and Eight of Pentacles. Okay, but first we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Your sense of loving thyself, your understanding your value, your worth, seeing to your needs and that of your household's needs. Okay, the priority energy, but also you. You are your first and foremost your own priority. If you don't take care of you, you can't take care of others, right? The King, Queen of Pentacles know this. So they're meant to be self-nurturing, self-loving. And that's what you're trying to do for yourself, hopefully at this time, is to show yourself more of that, not less of it. And you're going to need it to some extent because the Tower's here and it's offering some form of change that is meant to be good for you with the Sun and the Eight of Pentacles. So let's talk about it. Let's do it. Let's see that Queen of Pentacles, please. Let's see that Queen of Pentacles. Show me that Queen of Pentacles, please. Show me that Queen of Pentacles for Pisces. Show me that Queen of Pentacles, please. Ten of Pentacles, the Moon. The Sun, man, that's interesting. There is happiness to be found, a happily ever after to be found in your foundation, but for some reason your Sun's under your Moon. Why? You have a foundation in play. You say it's established. You say it's strong. And if that's you, congratulations, that's beautiful. You're quite comfortable with it. Okay, as you should be. I mean, if you're going to build a foundation, hey, you want to be comfortable with it. But you're saying it's not, you can't access the happiness around it. It's like, yeah, I have it, Christina, but it's not exactly my happy ever after. However, it's under your Moon, so it's not like you're acknowledging it. You're saying I have these aspects in play. Ten of Pentacles, the Tree of Life, the roots that touch many, many things. So this is family, friends, social constructs, connections in the general sense, career, community, it's all that. It's extremely extensive. And you're saying you're comfortable with it. It's been well established, you know your place in it. But then you also showed me the Sun and the Moon. Now typically in love energy, that's amazing. That's beautiful. That's energy that hopefully we should marry up with, right? Our Sun and our Moon. The balance, the divine, the yin yang. Okay. But you're showing me in a practical way that yes, you have this, but you can't access the joy to it. You're saying I have a foundation, but I don't exactly feel the joy in it, and I don't know why. I should have a happily ever after by all rights. Why can't I feel it? We'll see. Well, your Sun's down here too. You want to take a look at that? Let's take a. I'm not saying you're not grateful for your foundation. Of course, you put that level of work and sense of self into it. I'm sure you're satisfied with many parts of it. But the actual joy behind it, rejoicing in all that you have managed to accomplish, build, and or achieve by yourself or with someone else, I don't know. The point is, you're saying I can't feel the happily ever after in it. It's not even there for you. It's under the Moon. It's interesting. It's like you separated business from your personal happiness or involvement in it. It's different. Let's see that. Let's see the Tower, please. Show me the Tower. Show me the Tower. Show me the Tower. Let's see what's going on. Show me that Tower, please. Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, Page of Wands. You know, I see you holding back your heart from it. The Tower, and this is something that you have just begun to realize. Now, the Tower, you know, this is kind of a soft tower, I suppose. You know, it seems to be leading to good things if you allow it to come through. But the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Page of Wands, you know, the Tower's helping you realize here that there's a part of you that withholds your love from your surroundings or your foundation, and I don't know why you're doing that. It's like sometimes you can't... this is going to hit you with the Tower. My love sometimes is absent from all that I have created, and I'm starting to understand why. Or that's what you're telling me. Okay? I don't know when your Tower comes through, but it will. And that's if it resonates. If you know you have a foundation and you can't find your own personal joy in it or your sense of happily ever after, then that's who I'm talking to today. And you're going to get some insight relatively soon about why your own particular emotions are not really involved in your foundation. That's what's interesting. And you're going to learn what you're going to learn. I honestly cannot tell you the extent of what it is you're going to learn. But you're going to be open, Page of Wands, to the subject of the truth of it. And that subject matter more or less is, here's your heart space. And you don't really contribute your heart space to your foundation or your environment. But it's not entirely absent. You don't fully give yourself to it. Why? It's interesting. And why don't you feel the love of your environment and all that you have managed to create? Some people show me pride with their foundation. Some people show me love with their foundation. You're showing me foundation is foundation is foundation. I don't particularly put my heart into it or my sense of happiness in it. And that Tower not only is going to lead you to the openness of that particular subject, but it's going to give you some insight as to why. I'm very curious as to why myself. Let's see that Sun. Show me that Sun. Perhaps you will show me. Show me that Sun, please, for Pisces. Show me the Sun, please. Show me that Sun. Ten of Wands, the Chariot, the Lovers. Ah. Oh. I don't know if that's somebody specific, but they're part of your Sun, the one that you keep under the moon. You associate happily ever after with somebody very specific, or in the general sense you would like a strong connection. You're saying, I have the foundation in place, Christina, but my heart's not in it. And your heart is... Because I'm giving you full credit for this, honey. You have a whole world that you have expanded in, that you have built. Time was put into it. Your best goals and intentions to thrive are in there. You're very good at it. You're very comfortable with it. You're saying that's a core part of who you are, and you never neglected that core part. There is a part of you, however, that has been neglected, and it's essentially the love of your life that you would like to have in that foundation with you. So I'm seeing it as a half and half thing. I spent most of my life building this, concentrating on this, and I didn't... This other piece, this Lovers, the Chariot, the fierceness of my own particular heart, that person's not in there with me. And I don't know, again, that it's a single individual person, but you're saying I built all this, but my getting to enjoy it and spend it with somebody, that's the missing half. It's like, when I was building my world, I wasn't really thinking about that. It's kind of like I kind of wish this person was in there with me, the Sun. I don't know if that's just you desiring the love connection of a lifetime, or if it is someone specific, but you're saying that that access to your Sun has always proven difficult to build something so extensively, and to actually have someone share it with you that's very strong of heart, strong of feeling, you know. I really can't tell if someone helped build you or build with you that foundation. I honestly don't know. I just know your love wasn't in it. And it's kind of like we're understanding here in some small way that successful foundation or successful roots is no guarantee of happiness, and a lot of people learn that, you know. It's like, what would my world have been if I built this with the love of my life? would I be enjoying it a lot more than I do now? Something like that. Okay, let's see the Eight of Pentacles. Let's see the Eight of Pentacles, please. And I didn't, that made me, it's like, oh, we have very strong success principles here. I'm not saying you're rich, I'm saying you're founded, grounded, stable. And it's like, but why the hell is your happily ever after under the moon? You associate part of your happily ever after with a strong connection that's either someone you cannot have access to or you just never met. And it's you're that person, I believe, who built whole worlds. And perhaps you thought that was the key to happiness or the formula to happiness until you knew about this. Let's see the Eight of Pentacles. 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 Let's see the Eight of Pentacles, please. Man, you're working through so much stress. You're working through so much stress. Why do you have endings on your mind? You're working through it. You're working through getting comfortable with an ending, and I don't know why. And that's not an easy thing to get comfortable with. Your energy is preparing for something. It's preparing for an ending. It's not this. That you're saying you don't have access to, and that's why you're not happy. Okay. But you are working through preparing or gearing up for an ending. 8, 9, 10. It's going down a particular road for you, and I don't know what that is. But you're gearing up for it. 8 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and you are working through this. You're preparing for an ending. And I don't know what that is. But you're having to put work into it. This you are familiar with. That hard work principle. But the work you're putting into it suggests this is a mental, emotional thing that you are trying to prepare yourself for. Walking away or ending something. And it stresses you out, as it would, as you might expect. What is it that you're preparing to end? You're showing me you're not happy because you don't have this strong connection in your life. Be it one you want in the general sense or someone specific. You're saying that's why you can't fully access. You have all this, but you didn't understand the happiness principle until you understood about strong connections and love of life and that kind of thing. And now I see you over here busy working towards an ending. It's active work you are putting towards preparing yourself for an ending. I don't know what that is. And it stresses you out. But you're also saying you want to do it. I don't know how further out that is. Oh. Of course, it's been raining all week. As soon as we have a little bit of not rain, Our Lady of Perpetual Lock here, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's not Bob. I can tell. For those of you who don't know. Oh, no. No, it's not Bob. I can tell. That's a power mower. He doesn't use that. Okay. So, yeah, you're working up. You're gearing towards an ending. Not working through it, honey. No, no, no. I see you preparing for one. Are you starting to make adjustments based on what you learned over here at the tower? Or are you going to try to start cycling something out so you can accommodate this? Could be. I don't know what it is. But I see you accepting the responsibility of trying to make room in your life. For whatever that is. It all started back here with what looked like a soft thought. A soft realization about why you feel like your love hangs back in the world that you created. Because you're saying you don't have the love of your life. Whatever that is. Okay. When that happens, I could not say. It's further out, of course. But the energetic preparation has begun. Okay. I honestly don't know. But I always advocate, always, 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 you have to do what's right for you. And when you know what's right for you, you do it. I just see you diligently putting work into clearing up something that you, in your estimation, mentally and emotionally, needs to exit. You're preparing for it. And whatever that is going to allow you to free up some space for the other piece that you so desire. That's all I have. And that's quite enough to be getting on with. What do you need to release? The waning moon. You and everybody's getting this one. There's a lot of concern right now about the emotionality and the emotional safety of folks. In fact, I think somebody got these exact 3, and I promise you I shuffle the hell out of these in between readings. In fact, the person who did pull these was a couple before yours. Surrender to the divine. What will be is what will be. There's a particular flow here that you're either in alignment with or you're not. Like I said, you have to do what's in your best interest. That's all any of us can do. That's it. Okay. Yes, we're working towards that release, I believe. It's interesting. I've never seen such a strong contrast between this is what I built, and I have it, and I know I have it, and this is what would make me happy, and I don't have it. It's really strong contrast. A lot of people think if I just build that foundation, I'll be happy. And that's perfectly normal. It's not that it's right or wrong. It's either true or it isn't. It's all about your orientation. So if you're someone who's, say, more pentacle-oriented, that's very common for Earth people who identify with that. I'll build this and then my happiness is free to flow. That's true for them. Some people, like Pisces, ought to be, is heart-oriented. If I love this thing, there's nothing I can't build or grow. And that comes from the heart. And then fire, and so on and so forth. So your particular method's your particular method, but it's very earthian. If I build all this, my love and feelings should come from it. And that's pride. And see, cunning and stealth. Wolf is in reverse. We don't feel like we're clever. We can't figure this out. We can't be stealthy. We can't be cunning. We have to be straightforward. In our actions and in our thoughts, we have to know what we're doing. There's no lying to ourselves, so on and so forth. And the bears in reserve, feeling like we are losing strength or resourcefulness for whatever this is. Maintaining something that parts of you want to release, and you still haven't shown me what that is. You just showed me you're gearing up for an ending, so you can make space for something else. That's all you've shown me. But yeah, strength is in reverse for this situation. And you're kind of tired of being... It's like, I shouldn't have to be cunning about my resources. I shouldn't have to be... It's something about I don't want to keep doing this. I've done it. It's accomplished. Shouldn't I love my life and everything that I've built? It's not about being resourceful anymore. It's not about being strong anymore. It's not about being clever anymore. It's about love. It's interesting. See, it doesn't feel fair or balanced. That's what I'm saying. I never saw such a clear division between I have all this and by all rights I should be happy, but this is what I actually desire and I don't have access to it. It is out of balance. Yes, it is. And it doesn't feel right. That's because it isn't. The scales are upside down. So when I'm telling you I'm looking at a Pisces who's gearing up for an ending, and it stresses them right the hell out, but if it means acquiring what they need, that other 50%, to have their happily ever after, then so be it. I just want you to do what's right for you. Always. Always. That's it. Some of you are the guy. You're the main guy. And this is weighing on you, and it's weighing on you. And that the main guy, he has those success principles attached to him. As you can see, a well-furnished home behind him. The source of foundation, pride, boardroom meetings, officiousness. This is what I built. This is my house. Everything in it is thanks to me, my energy, and riding off my back. Now, you could be a female and identify with that same energy, but I'm saying that's that masculine energy. This is what I'm showcasing. This is what I built with my own 2 hands and my own particular labor. And he's assessing all this, and we're thinking about starting a new journey or a new chapter. Some of you have recently gone on a journey, and some of these things started hitting you, and that's when you had your tower moment. You might have just gotten back. We have that magical thinking. Magical thinking. There's a fantasy element in here, but magical thinking that anything's possible. Oh. False thinking. Oh, yeah, I talk about that all the time. Yeah, it's false thinking. Right? Whoever is here had that false magical thinking that if I plan my journey just so, everything will come into place the way it's supposed to. And that's part of that thinking that's either correct for people or it's not. If I build this world and if I'm resourceful enough, I'll be happy with it, I'll be in love with it. And that was somebody's magical thinking. So it's not really about being false. It's more like, again, that magical thinking. We went down, we took that particular journey. We know where that train's going to go. And it either is where you wanted to go and ended up, or you didn't. And if it didn't, it was because perhaps there was some magical thinking behind it that if I'm successful and or resourceful, everything else will fall into place. But there was no guarantee of love, right, and happiness. Engagement. Oh, time has passed for this person. Masculine energy is very much here today. We went from being... You've had time. You've had time. This particular journey has played out for you over time. Look at that. That kind of thinking and modality and reinforcing it, false thinking, but we didn't know that at the time. You really had good intentions when you built your foundation. It was a journey. We were on it for some time because look at the maturity. Between being the main guy and that journey started, we committed to this particular course, and now that we're the mature man, and we've had time to reflect upon these things. So your foundation has been in place for a while. Your principles, your ethics regarding community, family, career principles, it's been there. It's part of who you are. But now the mature man is reflecting upon what he is committed to. And he's like, this is where I started, and I really believe these things. And now here I am. I don't want for half of my goals, but the other half is missing, and I can see that now. I can reflect upon this maturely. And some of you have taken part in actual relationship commitments that, again, you thought that they were practical and would contribute to the foundation, and it didn't necessarily lead to love. That could be in here as well, and I'm just not seeing the specifics of it. But yeah, there's oh, wow. Wow. Okay, J, W, zombie in reverse. We're coming out of this feeling of not feeling. The wilted tulip, that sense of romance and love is gone, but not completely dead. It probably just needs to be watered. But it's not all gone. And then some of you have a very small dog. We're talking toy dog, like Chihuahua, Terrier, Yorkie, that kind of thing. But yeah, no, we're coming out of this. And then feather, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, Pisces, honey. It was longer than I meant it to be, but it was interesting. I do hope this helped you. Take care. Be well.